Jouer Avec Le Feu. I believe this movie earns the award of worst translated movie of all time, right? Because not
Not
only
of all
is the
time. There's worse
translation
ones.
completely off, it doesn't even represent the movie that well because the sun doesn't really stay that quiet.
No, he's not quite at
So
all.
yeah, if the people want to know what the real title is, if you translate it correctly, it is Playing with Fire, but the
Oh, that
movie
John Cena movie.
but yeah, that's why it's not translated to that because otherwise you just get
Yeah.
buried online with the John Cena and Keegan Michael Key movie. So that's why it went for The Quiet Son. But The Quiet Son talks about this father who has two sons. One is doing extremely well in school, just nailing his numbers, and is about to go to university. One is kind of struggling through life and is sort of making the wrong friends, and thus is invited into joining some extremist group. We watched the movie as Vincent Lindon extremely well struggles with the keeping the ropes on both of his sons. This movie is very topical in its French climate. You know, you got the gilets jaunes, the yellow jackets, who also always make a mess in France at the art protest riots. The friends that his son makes all wear Nazi tattoos, that tattoos on the back, you know. So, you know, it's kind of a simple but very straightforward manner to show what kind of friends he hangs out with. It really is not only a topical movie in the French climate, but in the European climate and in the European politics as
Yeah.
more people start to go to the extreme right politics wise. But I really, really love this movie. But I think you even love this movie more than me, Ewan, because you teared up a few times. What are your
Bro.
thoughts?
Yeah, it's my number 4 movie of the festival. I won't get like into the specifics of what cost me because it's like, it's I feel like it's a bit too personal to share. But I found this he's a railroad worker who
Yeah.
basically has to work at night. And we get to see that a bit at the start, right? That he needs to go to his night shifts. And then it kind of, I don't consider this a spoiler, but it fades a bit into the background.
Yeah.
But it's implied that like he's so worked up about this. This is grinding him down to keep a leash, like you said, on his son that is going down the wrong path, realizing that like the more control he's trying to have over him, the less he gets to control him. Then he tries to have less control over him. It doesn't work either. It's just like it's condemning him down a path where there's a point of no return for him that seems all but inevitable, and you just question why. And it's hard to say why for that specific character. It keeps going down like that self-destructive path where a lot of it, the discussion of like where these racist tendencies come from, and it's almost always like I think maybe it's another film or what I think pretty sure it was The Quiet Son, where it's like it's always someone else. It's never you who causes the problem. It's never you who take responsibility. It's always everyone else who's causing you your problems. And you see it in politics everywhere. And it's been a thing for hundreds of years. And it's just frustrating that we don't really move past that. And seeing that in a family dynamic where there's, I think, a lot of love to go around is really moving because you could easily have like the son who goes too wild, who does he does join up with the wrong people and is thrown out of home and basically it becomes like a shitbag.
Yeah.
It's not that at all
No.
because there's a frequent moments of like where they connect again, and it makes it so much more devastating when he once again chooses to just be hateful. And none of it feels like it's like pandering in a way, or like it feels like this is a warning signal at the core of it. It is such a strong drama where I'm so invested in just the well-being of everyone, and all of it just like makes you shake your head and go like, why, how do we keep getting to this point? It's a very frustrating film in the best possible way in how it's crafted. it's going to be for now it's in my top 10 of the year, and I think it will, unless there's something really good, will stay there. It's my fourth favorite film of the festival. I really dug it. Vincent Lindon, currently one of my frontrunners for best actor that I would definitely give a shout out. I'm super happy he won the award. Gave this one a 9 out of 10.
Yeah, I gave
Really loved it.
I also gave this a 9 out of 10. It's just so strong. And honestly, I told you before, I'm here for Vincent Lindon. And
Yes.
he delivered
I love the guy.
in abundance. Absolutely love
Yeah.
the guy. And I believe my favorite sentence that is being said in the movie is, if we're too different to communicate, they've won. And I just absolutely love that sentence.
Okay,
And-
that was one of the ones that made me cry. I cried like 4 times during this movie.
Yeah,
It's like-
and that sentence really hit hard, and I also
Yeah.
think just summarizes the movie pretty well. Yeah, absolutely love this one. The best French film of the festival,